Look, it's no secret that the price on luxury fragrances is skyrocketing, and as a result, most people can't afford to drop hundreds of dollars on a bottle. But that's where I come in, because I've dedicated myself to find the absolute best fragrances under $100. So what did I find? Actually, shockingly good fragrances that get crazy compliments, and we're starting with Uomo from Ferragamo. With Uomo, I tend to think of a creamy pastry shop because it feels like just after a few short sprays, you begin to turn into a walking dessert. To me, this one is smooth, it's indulgent, and it's warm, and overall, it's a super enjoyable compliment magnet. Now, this one's best suited for the fall and winter, but it just has this comforting lure about it. And if you're into gourmand fragrances, then you're likely going to enjoy this. And let me tell you, when it comes to compliments, this one gets the job done. My suggestion, pop this one on before a date and you're gonna smell like something she wants to eat. At the very least, you're gonna smell like you care, and oftentimes that's half the battle. It's black pepper and cardamom that start the show with this one, and it almost feels like it's been sprinkled over this creamy custard, and then it pops into this orange blossom. Now, this fragrance is often compared to like a tiramisu, which it does have that type of feel. The only difference here is not as heavy in the coffee as you would feel in a tiramisu, but nonetheless, it feels similar to that nature. It's creamy, it's all goodness, and something that you just want for that comfort factor. Plus, at its price point, it proves that you don't need to make six figures to be impressive. Next up, from Mandarin Duck, we have a fragrance that's called Pure Black, and this one is just an amazing gem. Now, unlike most things in life, this fragrance has gone down in pricing, and this one can be found these days for right around 30 bucks. Personally, I've always saw Mandarin Duck Pure Black as like a hidden gem. It starts off with this bergamot, you get some black pepper as well as some tangerine. Now, despite the bright but spicy opening to this scent, there's still this exotic freshness that comes along here, which is likely on account and a byproduct of the vanilla and the African orange flower. I remember picking this fragrance up for myself as well as a friend, and the compliments on this one just immediately popped up out of nowhere, almost like guests at a surprise birthday party. Overall, Mandarin Duck Pure Black is an amazing bargain buy, and it'll have people thinking you dropped the bag on this one, but between you and I, we know you did. We've got Ed Hardy's Love and Luck up next, and this fragrance is another one that keeps the conversation going. Now, unlike the last two fragrances we just discussed, this one's going to do its best work in the spring and summer. To be fair, I've purchased and gifted this fragrance on more occasions than I care to count, and it just feels like it embodies the nature and the energy that you would find in a spring and summer environment. With this one, you get mandarin, cardamom, violet, sage, so you still get that bright freshness, but you also get some of that calming nature to the scent too. Now, this one is often compared to Creed's Millesime Imperial, and I can see that it does have kind of a similar feel, but it's not a direct one-to-one clone. You can wear this one on its own. It's not going to feel like you're copying a scent or trying to be something or someone you're not. This is just a all-around good scent. It has a perfectly good balance of sweetness to it, a nice amount of freshness, and just a tad bit of woody nature to this scent too, making it super enjoyable. FragranceBuy.ca is sponsoring today's video, and they got something special. Yep, it's that time of year again where they're back with their boxing sale, and not this type of boxing like put your dukes up, but they are putting a smackdown on pricing. Starting today, December 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern to Sunday, December 29th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, you're getting access to exclusive discount. And I'm talking up to 50% off. Just use code BOX50 for buy one, get one 50% off of a curated list of fragrances. We're talking fragrances from Lattafa, Armaf, Creed, Parfum de Marly. There's something there for everyone. But if you want to curate your own list, then have no fear because extra discounts are here. Just use the code BOX10 and you can get 10% off the entire site. Plus, that's also stackable with BOXSHIP, which gives you free shipping on orders over $99. So let's just say you're thinking about picking up a fragrance from today's video. Discount. Want that new 2024 release? Discount. Got a Xerjoff you've been eyeing? Discount. What about that Montal? Discount, discount, discount. Plus, if you've already joined the FragranceBuy.ca family, then check your email for a list of exclusive discounts there too. Plus, the first 1,000 orders over $99 are going to get a free niche gift in the mail with their order. No codes necessary. So here's the deal. Box 50, buy one, get one 50% off. Use the link down below. Box 10 gets you 10% off site-wide. And BOXSHIP gets you free shipping over $99. And of course, if your order's over $99 and you're within that first 1,000 customers to order, then you get a free niche sample. All the details are down below. And shout out to FragranceBuy.ca for sponsoring this video. Now, back to our list. Next, we got a classic fragrance from a legendary fashion house, and that leaves us with Burberry London for Men. Now, London for Men puts me in a mindset of Old English charm, but not the kind that comes in a 40-ounce bottle. On first spray, you get bergamot, you get some lavender, as well as some cinnamon in this one, and it just opens up super enjoyable. It's like really, really pleasant. It's like you're going in for a handshake, so it's pretty smooth and welcoming. Now, in the base of this fragrance, you get some tobacco leaves as well as some gaiac wood, and there's also this smoothness that comes along to this scent, which is likely on account of that port wine note here, but it's a really nice scent. Applying this one will help you with the compliment factor, and let me tell you, this is British charm that you can purchase on a budget, unlike anything else. So get this one to your collection. At the very least, get your nose on it. We've got Mont Blanc Legend Night up next, and let me tell you, when I think about this fragrance, I think about biting into this fancy chocolate truffle. And that might come as a shocker if you're looking at the note breakdown, but when I smell it, that's kind of what I get. Now, it doesn't aim to become a gourmand fragrance, but there's just something about this scent that just comes off as warm and inviting and almost gives me that Scruff McGruff type of feel where I just want to take a bite out of crime. But in this case, they want to take a bite out of me. But more like they want to take a bite out of you. And when I'm with the missus, it's like, rah, get him, tiger. Now, if you know anything about fragrance, you know, generally speaking, Mont Blanc scents don't disappoint. And this one's no different. You get a legendary name from a legendary house with a legendary price point. Moving on, we got Jean Bravado's Artisan Teal. Now, if you haven't experienced Artisan Teal, then I want you to come along with me on a journey. Just close your eyes and imagine waves crashing softly in the background. You're picking up saltiness in the air with a cool, gentle breeze. If you can envision that, then essentially that's what you're getting with Artisan Teal. Also, just by looking at this bottle, it almost feels like a seaside getaway without leaving your driveway. It's refreshing, it's lighthearted, and it has just enough chill to it to make it feel like a nice day off. Now, you get a nice splash of citrus in the top here. You also get some water lily, and it just feels cool, calm, refreshing. Plus, it almost has this watery nature to it without feeling aquatic. Now, this one is white t-shirt approved, so just envision how you would attack the day with a white t-shirt on, some nice denim, and maybe even a leather jacket if it was a fall or winter. It's like you're there, you're ready to approach and be energized, but you can take it there if you need to. Look, in my opinion, you can wear this one for a number of occasions, and this would work for just a casual day out, or if you're kicking it at Mike Rubin's white party. Next up, we have a 2023 release, and in my opinion, this fragrance has been showing and proven since its initial release. And from the house of Polo, we have Polo Red Parfum. With Polo Red Parfum, it just gives you this dynamic, stylish fragrance profile that comes off as a fragrance that's nearly impossible to ignore. Wear this fragrance when you want to be remembered. On first spray, you're going to get some blood orange and just a subtle touch of pink pepper. In my opinion, it's a fragrance that brings the party to you, and like most Polo fragrances, this one is super affordable, so you can spray this one as much as you want without making a pit stop to the bank. Moving on, we got Hugo Boss The Scent, and this one starts with this zippy ginger. It's sharp, it's energizing, and it just feels like the perfect scent. In the heart of the scent, you get this Manique fruit that comes off slightly sweet and gives this scent this chocolatey undertone, and personally I find it to be super intriguing. And then there's leather in the base of this scent that doesn't come off as uber leathery. It's just there to give it this nice, confident, manly backbone. I think the name of this fragrance says it all, and I know you heard that it's gotta be the shoes, but when I think about getting compliments with the fragrance on a budget, then it's gotta be the scent. See what I did there? And no, I don't feel that this is the best smelling scent within this Hugo Boss scent lineup, but when you put price in, this one you're getting bang for your buck. Moving on, we got Prada Luna Rosa Carbon, and if you are a fan of Dior Sauvage, then this one's gonna be an easy buy. Think of this one like a presidential suite at a 5-star hotel. It's like, you know it's been ran through, but it's still worth the money. Underneath the lavender in this fragrance, you get some geranium as well as that ambroxan that just adds this green element to it, but you still get that airy nature from the ambroxan. It's fresh, but it's not basic. It comes off to me as quiet confidence. It never shouts, it just whispers, I'm different, like 2 Chainz. Plus, it's affordable enough that you won't have to eat ramen noodles all month after picking up a bottle, and it smells good enough that you're gonna want multiple bottles. It's a fragrance that says, look at me, I got class, but it's on a budget. And last but certainly not least, we got Coach for Men. This one was made to capture the essence of the inner city, and this fragrance has been a rock star since its release. I've talked about this fragrance in multiple videos, so I'm not sure what to say about this fragrance that hasn't already been said, but if you're looking for an A1 fragrance that provides, that performs, that gets you longevity, compliments, and all of the great things that you're looking for in a fragrance, but for a fraction of the price, this is one of those scents that you can add to your repertoire. It gets crazy compliments, and it's a star for a reason, and one of the best men's fragrances for beginners or experienced professionals like myself. Like Frank Lucas, I stand behind this fragrance. If you enjoyed this video, then click here to see 10 fragrances that I would wear for life.